Nausea 2 is a big deal. This movie, if you don't know, basically this is a sequel to a Chinese animated film. And it released in China, made over $1 billion just in that country alone. And when it came into the States, it did really well. Made almost $10 million on its opening weekend here in the States, and now is expanding to more theaters. So, naturally, it made me very curious. I reviewed the first movie, now I'm reviewing the second one. Um, but this is a big deal, this movie, and I had to see what all the hype is about. And I will say, unfortunately, unlike the first movie, I did not get to watch the English dub, or so I thought. It was unfortunate before I went to go see this film, because I got to see the first one with the English dub. But actually seeing this movie in Chinese, like in Mandarin with English subtitles, was really actually surprisingly made the movie stronger. I think to me, like I really got to see an idea of what the people who made this movie were really going for, and it just made for such a wonderful movie. This movie is, I would describe this whole franchise at this point is Chinese Marvel movies. They have lots of action, lots of strong moments with great characters that you come back to see. And they're very goofy and silly with lots of jokes, and some of them are cringeworthy, but some of them are funny enough that you have a good time. And if they're a little over bloated at certain points with certain action scenes and plot beats, they're a little cliche and didn't really need to happen. But at the end of the day, you leave the theater having a good time. That is basically what I felt about Nausea too. Except this movie, I think, is stronger than most Marvel movies, plot wise. This movie had lots of directions I didn't really expect from the story. There's lots of great moments of tragedy in this movie that I thought were really powerful and effective. Certain connections with characters I thought were really beautiful. The the animation, while not being on the same level as Disney or Pixar, some of these better animation studios with more resources, is still pretty fucking great. And honestly, I see, I think some of the limitations of the animation they save for these really well choreographed, beautiful action scenes and these incredible backgrounds. And these action scenes are so well choreographed that even when I could see certain action scenes in this movie that I don't feel like really need to be there, I just didn't mind because they're so freaking great, and so well choreographed and so well crafted and just put together. So many unique characters and things going on. Lots of great humor that actually works in it. It just was like, I enjoyed the first Nausea. I think that first movie was okay, for the most part. But this movie is truly incredible and does so many unique and different things. It's really well directed. It has great characters. It has a great story to it. It has great animation and great action. I mean, if there's only really complaint I have with this movie is like I said, like most Marvel movies, is a little over bloated. But at the same time, I didn't really mind because the movie was doing such a good job getting me hooked and engaged with the story. That to me, it's like now this is my end game in a way where like people who really love Marvel don't feel the length of that movie. Me, I don't love Marvel like some people do. I absolutely feel the length of that movie, and but a movie like this, I don't because I'm really engaged with the stories and the characters. And I just thought it made for like one of the best theater experiences I've had in a while. This might be on my best of the year list, and the year just fucking started. What a crazy experience this movie was. I hope we get Nausea 3. I get it, China, why you fucking love this shit, because I loved it too, and I can't wait to see more. And I guarantee they're going to do more. I ended it with the post-credit scene, which proves my point. Chinese Marvel.